All right, let's do a vibe check. How's everyone feeling? Okay, this side is giving me some energy. This side over here, how we feeling? We're still good? All right, I love to hear that. So, listen, we just got some great advice for especially folks in the startup industry. And what we do know is that startups, they do not scale in isolation. For every successful founder out there, there is a whole system of background support, from accelerators to funders to governments. For us to build, scale up, taking advantage of these resources is not only important, but it is crucial. So, here to discuss how founders in cities can work together, please welcome to the stage founder and CEO of Flip Floss, Andre Smith, and Mayor of Brampton, my former hometown, Patrick Brown.
Andre, great to be at Elevate.
Yeah, it's awesome. I love the colors. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Excited for this discussion.
Yeah, me too. Well, let's begin. I'm the founder and CEO of Flip Floss, and we at Flip Floss, we understand the importance of having a strong ecosystem. And Mayor Patrick Brown and I are here today to talk about that and the incredible support that we've gotten over the years being a part of Brampton's Innovation District. And Mayor Brown, I understand you're a founder yourself. You founded the Canadian Hockey Night, and last year you raised $50 million. That's incredible. So you're the right person to talk about what makes Brampton Innovation District so distinctive.
Well, we're very proud of our Innovation District in Brampton. We're big believers that innovation are the jobs of the future. The late Premier Bill Davis used to say, focus on the jobs that exist tomorrow, not the jobs that exist yesterday. And I'm sure at one point there were plants that were selling pagers and VHSs that don't exist today. And so to embrace innovation is something that our city really cares about. So we've been building an innovation district in our downtown to support all aspects of the journey of a startup, of an entrepreneur. And I think your story is reflective of how we want to support those dreams and those ideas. And in our downtown, we've got our Entrepreneur Center, a free co-working space with mentorship and support. We call it the home of the hustle. We've got Beehive, which is for international startups. We've got BNext, which is for global expansions. We've got our Altitude Accelerator. We've got the Rogers Cybersecure Catalyst. We train people in the space of cybersecurity. We know there's going to be more cybersecurity needs in the future, not less, and we're really big on that. And so no matter if you're big or small, what stage you are in your journey, we want to be able to support it. And of course, we have the Brampton Angel investors too. I think we've got some representatives here. So no matter where you are, we want to be all about innovation. And so I actually have a question for you. How did the Innovation District support your journey? And I love the name of your company. And so I want you to share with us here the background on that too.
Of course, I'll start by sharing the background of how I came up with the name. So I'm Jamaican, and a big part of our culture, we talk about the fact that people like to floss in our culture. So I wanted to change people's mindset around money. And I took the concept of flipping and flossing because we wanted kids and parents to be able to flip first, which is learning the essential of money management before they're able to floss. So it's actually an acronym that stands for Financial Literacy and Investor Program and Future Leaders Obtaining Sufficient Skills. Now, we're on a mission to help at least 1 million kids to save and invest and break generational cycle. Funny enough, on my way here, my son asked me this morning, Daddy, are you going to help the 1 million kids? And I said, not quite, but yes. And one of the things that we've seen is that the lack of financial literacy is becoming a crisis in North America. For example, we see that in 2024, at least 70% of students were at risk of financial fraud, and this resulted in $100 million in losses. Hardworking families lost over $10 billion in banking fees. And the other challenge that we see is that so many students are leaving university with a massive amount of debt, $1.8 trillion in the US to be exact. And so our solution uses neurointelligence, understanding how people think about money and why they think a certain way, along with gamification, AI, behavioral science, and a unique reward system that we've built to help parents and kids to make smarter decisions. We want to see every child leave university debt-free. Now, in terms of the support, I've been a big part of the Brampton Innovation District. It's been such an incredible support. For example, I had the chance to pitch my company at the Founders and Funders event, and that gave me exposure to investors, community partners, and accelerators. I got invited by the city most recently at the Innovation Factory Lions Layer pitch competition, and I met some incredible people there as well. My company also got invited to the Brampton Library Tech Fair. These are all opportunities that would have not otherwise been possible if I wasn't a part of a strong ecosystem. And this takes me to my next question, Mayor Brown, because as a Black founder in Brampton, I feel strongly supported. I almost feel like I'm a part of a family. Like I can almost pick up the phone anytime and call someone if I needed help. And I want you to tell us, like, why is diversity a central part of the innovation vision for Brampton?
Well, I'm going to answer your question, but I just want to add, Andre's very modest, came to Canada from Jamaica with very little at age 20.
Yeah.
Fast forward 15 years later, he's got a company that's been very successful in Canada and in the US. We have a financial literacy crisis, and you're making a difference. And so I love your story because that's the Canadian story. If you hustle, anything is possible.
Yeah.
That's why we call Brampton the home of the hustle. And so, why diversity is important to us. We're probably the most diverse big city in Canada, and we lean into that in Brampton. We want to make sure we have supports. We speak 170 languages, 240 different cultures. We're a mini United Nations in our city, and we love it. And so, you look at our Black Economic Empowerment Unit. If you look at our equity unit, they're all supports that exist within City Hall. But within our innovation district, if you look at how we've really looked outward, I think right now, you see too many places in the world where it's almost a closed border. We take the opposite approach in Brampton. There's no monopoly on a good idea, and a good idea in Lagos or in Lahore can work here too. And so with Beehive, we give out startup visas to come, to grow, to build, to chase your dream in Canada. We really support that corridor to Canada, understanding that our city is a mosaic, we're connected to the world, and we want to build on those people-to-people connections. And so it's been working for our city, and I really believe you're going to continue to see significant companies come out of Brampton, and we're going to do whatever we can to encourage it. I also wanted to add that the space that you're in, Fintech, is one of the areas that we're really focusing, but we're also looking at the space sector, we're looking at cybersecurity, AI, and so much more. So we're looking at the areas where the economy needs distortion.
Yeah, no, that's incredible that you've said that, because some of the successes that we've seen since being a part of this ecosystem, like for example, we just launched in the US and we were able to pilot with 400 students. Since we've started, we've generated over $100,000 in sales. We've raised over $100,000 from friends and family. And last year, actually, I got recognized as one of the top 25 immigrants in Canada for the work that we've been doing. So had it not been for such strong support in Brampton, I don't think any of this would have been possible. So it's really exciting to see what's happening and what's to come. One of the greatest business lessons that I got recently is not to chase butterflies, but to build a beautiful garden. And you're the mayor of the Flower City, right? And we're building just that, a beautiful garden in Brampton. Now, I want you to tell us, what is your vision for Brampton and innovation in our beautiful city?
Well, I know we're going to run out of time soon. I see the clock. We got 1 minute left, so I'm going to try to do that. This is sort of like panels speed dating. You know, we're always looking at events to showcase good ideas. And so we have another hackathon coming up. We're partnered with MDA. If you don't know about MDA, it's one of Canada's biggest aerospace companies. They're in Brampton, $100 million investment. You know, in the movies, they say, "Hello, Houston." But it should really be "Hello, Brampton," because we do the robotics on the International Space Station. Out of this facility in Brampton, they just landed the international space contract for Canada, $1 billion contract. So working with them, we're doing a hackathon in the area of space to get young people looking about that next venture. And you listen to the CEO of MDA and talk about the possibilities in this space, man, it just gets you excited. So that's our next event. Many more to come, but I know we've run out of time. I could talk about this forever, but keep an eye on Brampton. It's going to be a city that builds companies of tomorrow, and you're one of them.
Appreciate it.
So thank you so much for listening.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the City of Brampton and Flip and Floss, thank you so much, and we invite you to visit and check us out.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Okay.